Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Politics in Kenya is getting very, very interesting and very lively. So far, two candidates have emerged as the frontrunners. We have Raila Amolo Odinga and we have also William Ruto. These two candidates have emerged as the clear frontrunners in next year's presidential election. If you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila seems to have learned from the previous mistakes that has been denying him the presidency. So Raila is very, very keen not to repeat the same mistakes. While on the other hand, William Ruto comes out as a greenhorn because William Ruto has never contested for the presidency in Kenya. Maybe 2022 will be his first attempt. But if you look at William Ruto's brand of politics, he's making some mistakes, maybe unknowingly or knowingly. In fact, if you study William Ruto's politics pretty well, there are some political lessons that William Ruto comes out as somebody who has not learned. So in this video today, I've summarized the political lessons into 5. I believe that there are 5 political lessons William Ruto has not learned about Kenya's politics. And these mistakes might cost him presidency next year. In fact, if you look at Ruto and Raila, William Ruto seems to be really doing very hard to make sure Raila becomes president. So in this video, the first political lesson I believe William Ruto might have not learned that might cost him presidency next year is that William Ruto does not know, or maybe if he knows, then he's not a good student of Kenya's politics. In Kenya, or rather, let me put it this way. In Kenya's presidential elections, voters just vote as a formality. There is a bigger hand that decides who eventually becomes the president. And that bigger hand is what we call the system or the deep state. So people are allowed to vote in their MCA. Nobody will interfere. The MP, nobody will interfere. The governor, the senator. But when it comes to the presidency, it's not just about the people deciding. Sometimes it's the system that also has the final word on who becomes the president. And that one we have witnessed. We witnessed it in 2007, 2013, and also in 2017. So William Ruto must learn and must know that it's not all about the people, but it's also about the system deciding who becomes the president. That's the first political lesson maybe William Ruto has never learned. The second political lesson, ladies and gentlemen, is that Kenyans voters are very unpredictable. And their predictability lies only with their ethnic kingpins. A Kenyan voter is somebody you cannot really trust. They are very, very unpredictable. Their only predictability lies with their ethnic kingpins. I'm saying that because from the way William Ruto seems to be doing his campaigns, he seems to put a lot of trust on the people as opposed to maybe the kingpins. The truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is that when our politics will be charged properly, then William Ruto might just end up only being left with this ethnic Kalenjin community, if he will be lucky. Because we also have the Gideon Moi factor and the Pokot factor. Because again, the Pokots are also Kalenjin, but they are really not in very good books with William Ruto. So William Ruto has not yet learned that a Kenyan voter is somebody you can sometimes not rely on. In fact, if you want to be sure of a Kenyan voter's vote, you must be very close with their ethnic kingpin. If you are close with their ethnic kingpin, then in one way or the other, you can be rest assured of the voters' vote. So William Ruto has not yet learned, or maybe if he has, then he's not a good student. Then the third lesson William Ruto might have not learned that will cost him presidency next year is that Kenya's elections are all about building of alliances. building of alliances. The mistake or blunder William Ruto has been making, William Ruto started his campaigns earlier than any other presidential candidate. Very, very early. Immediately they came in for their second term, William Ruto was already on the campaign trail. One blunder or one mistake or one lesson he never learned is that instead of all this time campaigning, what to have spent his time in building alliances with the ethnic kingpins. Because that's the reality of our Kenyan politics. It's a sad reality, but that's the truth. So William Ruto has been really wasting a lot of time and resources going direct to the people. He ought to have just maybe found a way of working closely with the ethnic kingpins. It's all about alliance building. And in Kenya, to win an election, you must build an alliance. You must team up with others. There is no single candidate in Kenya since multi-party began who has won an election as an individual. These politicians always build alliances. So that's a lesson, or that is something that might cost William Ruto presidency next year. And then the fourth lesson, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto, maybe he has also not learned this, but also if he has learned, then he's also a very, very, very bad student of Kenya's politics. No single candidate, again, ladies and gentlemen, has ever won the presidency on a first attempt. We have seen that from 1992. No single candidate has ever contested presidency for the very first time and won. So William Ruto, maybe if he's alive to that fact, then he should at least be a little bit considerate to his supporters. Because some of his supporters, as I talk right now, still believe that William Ruto will be the president in 2022. Something that will not happen in Kenya. It will not happen because each and every country has got its own history. In Kenya, the precedent that has been set before is that you don't just contest for presidency on your first attempt and win. So William Ruto must be alive to that fact. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's politics, if you look at, for example, Raila Amolo Odinga, because I strongly believe that currently in Kenya, then Raila Amolo Odinga has support across the country. There is no politician who can match Raila in terms of political support in Kenya today. That's the reality. You will find Raila in Western, in Nyanza, in Kisii, Masai, Coast. Raila is everywhere. And if you look at how Raila has built his political cloud, then he has built it over a period of time, slowly by slowly. When Raila Odinga first contested for the presidency in 1997, he largely got votes only from his ethnic Luo community. Then as time goes by, Raila has been trying to build alliances outside of the Luo nation. And as I talk today, Raila has a very strong support in Luo Nyanza, in Kisii, Masais, at the coast, and also in other parts of Northeastern. He has built this alliance slowly by slowly over a period of time. But if you look at William Ruto's brand of politics, William Ruto thinks that now to build a political cloud, then you identify a narrative. And then, pop, the people will start following you. The truth with the narratives, ladies and gentlemen, is that the narratives are very good in creating a euphoria. But you know, euphoria always dies or dissipates very, very fast. In fact, a euphoria can be killed even within one day and then it's gone. Just in the case when Uhuru Kenyatta sometimes back attended the burial of Musalia Mudavadi's mother, Uhuru Kenyatta brought the idea of maybe two communities dominating the rest. And that thing really beat the hustler narrative. In fact, if the anti team was to pursue that thing of two communities dominating the rest of Kenyans, then the hustler narrative could have been dead by now and buried. So, William Ruto, maybe unknowingly or knowingly, is making a blunder. Instead of building his own political cloud slowly by slowly, he's riding on euphoria narratives. And these euphoria narratives cannot really give him votes in the long run, because euphoria just dies very, very fast. So I believe that these are the political 5 lessons that William Ruto might have deliberately refused to learn, or if maybe has learned, then he's really doing a disservice to his supporters, because he's really hyping and making his supporters believe that now he's going to win the presidency, which is not the case. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and also kindly give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. And to all those watching us outside of Kenya for the very first time, kindly also tap on the subscription button, and if possible, also give this video a like. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana.